The first thing we're going to add into our bowl is dried acai bell root. I just grab a handful of dried Atractylodes macrocephala. This is the next one where the Asian mommy at the store told me to just add just a little bit. So this one is the dried angelica. Next, I'm adding in a couple of sticks of the dried astragalus. This one is also really great for blood pressure. Dioscorea rhizoma. Now this is the Chinese yam. I'm just adding in a few pieces of this one. Dried Romania. This one is also really great for blood pressure. And you guys don't be intimidated. You can just add in a few pieces. I've never looked up measurements. I just put a little bit of each one into the soup. Dried Smilax glabra. Adding just a little bit of that here into our bowl. Dried longan pulp. Adding a handful of these into the bowl. Jujubes. We're just going to put a little bit of jujubes here. Dried lotus seeds. And lastly, I'm just showing you my goji berries. I don't cook these in my soup. I just top my soup off with these at the end. You can also make sure that you wash these off. I have to be honest, I'm not always the best about washing them off, but before you top them with your soup, you can just put them, you can just give them a nice quick rinse. So one of the things you'll see when you go to the Asian markets is you'll see that a lot of the different herbs and things say that it contains sulfites. So you just want to make sure that you soak them for about 15, 20 minutes. You don't have to soak it for a long time because you don't want all of its goodness to go into the water. So just soak it for about 15, 20 minutes, get all the gunk off, and you see it's coming off, all the nasties, the sulfites, any dirt or debris. And then once you're done with that, just drain the water off and then just give them one last nice spray. And then they're nice and clean and ready to be put into your soup. And you'll see here when I'm draining it off, you'll see all the little particles in my sink, in the bottom of my sink there from the herbs. So make sure you wash these off really good. So here's our black chicken. I have read that sometimes people say that you should cut off the head and the neck because this is sometimes where they put injections into the chickens. Now, because I'm only ever able to find the black chicken at the Asian markets and they don't always speak a lot of English, it's really hard for me to ask, well, do you know if this chicken was injected? So I leave it up to you on if you would like to cut off the neck and the head. This is something I just read about, so I'm not sure if I'll continue cutting off the head and the neck. I might just go ahead and keeping it on. That's how I've always been doing it. And like I said, don't be intimidated. All the black chickens come with the head and the feet. So that's just kind of something you got to deal with. So I have some boiling hot water going. I sprinkle some salt in there and we're just going to blanch, if you will, the chicken. We're going to put this chicken in the boiling hot water with the salt. This is just going to help release any impurities that are in the chicken. And we also don't want our chicken broth to be white and foamy. So as you can see here, I'm just pulling off all the foam and impurities that are coming off the chicken. So once I'm done pulling all the impurities off the chicken, I then go ahead and pour off the water and rinse off the chicken with cold water. I also rinse out my pot. So now I'm putting some filtered water over the chicken and adding in the herbs. One thing I learned, and I saw one of my friends here in the comments say, all these years since I was a little kid, my mom has been saying, oh, boil the water and the water will become pure once you boil it. But that is not true. When you boil the water, you just concentrate the toxins that are in the water. So I highly suggest that all of you guys get a water filter system or a reverse osmosis or something like that to make sure that you are having filtered water. After I'm done adding in my herbs, I'm also adding in some ginger. This is one of the things I've seen some of the Asian mommies do with their soups. So I always add a little bit of ginger. You can't really taste taste it. So I do not put the soup on boil. I just put it on a very low heat, about 3. And once it comes to a simmer, I turn it all the way on low. And it's just been going for about 3 or 4 hours. And you can see the broth is beautiful. It's clear. It's got the herbs, the chicken. Sometimes they cut the chickens up. I just naturally let mine fall apart. So once it's done, after about 3 or 4 hours, you can just take it off the heat, mix it up a bit, and then pour yourself a bowl. So here at the end of the video, I just wanted to show you guys, I have been having this soup for months and months and months. You can see that it gelatinizes. I'm making that a word, you guys, gelatinizes. But it turns into gelatin, you see. So we have a really nice broth that turned into gelatin, and gelatin is really what helps to heal SIBO, leaky gut, and soup is just so important. So here's the soup. Sometimes I have it with an egg, sometimes I have it with some white rice. And please know, whenever you have this soup, don't be surprised if you crave more carbs after having the soup, because some of these herbs really activate your liver and your kidneys, and whenever that happens, your liver burns through glycogen faster. It's just your body asking for more glucose to refill the tank, and so that's a good sign. It means that your metabolism is responding. So don't be afraid to go have a little bit of white rice or to make yourself a congee. I have a really delicious congee recipe, sweet rice recipe here in some of my videos, or have just a little spoonful of honey or a little bit of fruit, but just something carb like that. Your body will be craving it sometimes. So don't worry if you find yourself being like, I can't stop thinking about carbs. It's totally a thing, especially with some of these herbs and this specific concoction. So there you have it, the black silky chicken soup. And if you haven't, head over to sisterfrennn.com, download my Rebirth the Ancestral Way guide. I'm giving away that guide to the first 100 people. I'm also giving away my grocery guide, and I will also have on the website a PDF that tells you guys all of these herbs in Chinese Mandarin, so that you can just take it to the store and ask the clerks to help you find these things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what it's like for you once you have this soup. I'm really excited to hear how this goes for you once you put this into your rotation. It's really nice. And with the hint of sweetness from the jujubes and the goji berries. Very good. It's like a warm hug.